YouTube? Juju Bear here. Welcome back to the channel. And welcome back to our coverage of the 2016 Risk Tournament group stage. So if you're unfamiliar with Risk Tournament, it basically goes along the lines of two players will build an army with the chosen faction and then they'll submit it to admin. And there's a 50-50 chance that both players will have to swap their armies. So this particular game will feature YawningFirefly from the Wolf clan, and we've also got bnollbnoll playing from ZEAL clan as well. So two very good players. Should be very interesting to see what kind of builds they come with and how they play it out. So what's happened here is we've got a swap round on our hands. So Jaws actually built a pretty derptacular build in the form of this MACEDON build. Lots of very strong foot companion pikes. And Sarissa Cav, 4 of them, 3 Cretan archers, and 4 javelin men. And what bnollbnoll has done is he's built an army which is pretty craptacular, but he's also covered his bases as well. He's got 1 LUSITANI noble and 2 veteran shield warriors, so it's not completely rubbish. And he's got 2 Cantabrian cavalry, he's got 4 LUSITANI guerrillas, and 4 guerrilla warriors. So there was a swap round, they had to swap over their armies. And you can be sure that bnollbnoll wasn't happy about that. I don't think anyone would be happy about that, really. If you were given 4 foot companions with, you know, silver XP chevrons, some of them have double. I think 2 of them have double XP, silver XP chevrons, and 2 of them have like a single silver XP chevron. So definitely going to be a bit of an uphill battle for bnollbnoll here. He was given the shitty build by Jaw, so he's going to have a hard time trying to defend this mountain of skirmishers. So definitely he has the skirmishing advantage, of course, but whether he's going to be able to use it or not is a different story. I mean, these Cantabrian cavalry are fairly quick, light missile cav, and they're going to be a bit of a nuisance for bnollbnoll here. You can see the Sarissa cav being brought out into the flank there as well. Yeah, Jaws probably doing the right thing and holding his units back for a little bit. These LUSITANI nobles and veteran shield warriors, he doesn't want to get them shot up too early. These Cantabrian cav are taking shots into the rear of these units here. He hasn't lost any units, and he's managed to bait out a volley here from the Cretan archers. So pretty nicely done there. Baiting out a volley from all 3 Cretan archers there. So pretty good use of these Cantabrian cavalry straight off the bat. He's got his foot companions and pike phalanx. Oh my god. Let's just step back and take a look at this for a second. Okay, this is Risk Tournament at its best. I know this is the first match ever being played, but this is hilarious. Like, this would not happen in any other in any other tournament anywhere else. And I'm glad to say that both players enjoyed playing the match. Or at least Jaw did. Fuck, of course he would. He's such a troll. So he actually manages to get a nice volley off, killing off 6 of these Cantabrian cav. These mercenary Cretan archers. There was 1 XP chevron on that guy, and the other 2 were just normal. So Sarissa cav are definitely not going to like being shot in the back by these. How much missile damage is it? 41. So he's lost a couple of their Sarissa cav, but I don't blame bnollbnoll. He doesn't really know what to do, and like there really isn't anything he can do other than wait for Jaw to come to him. So this replay was actually submitted by Jaw. So we can see he's got these LUSITANI guerrillas. He's got 4 of them and 4 guerrilla warriors. These guys are hidden at the moment. So bnollbnoll can't actually see any of these units at the moment. He just kind of knows that there's something out in this direction so far. But they will come into view shortly. Yeah, you can see they have... What's the unit ability? I think it's like Stalk or something, isn't it? Yeah. Stalk and guerrilla deployment. So these guys are hidden so far, just moving up fairly slowly. bnollbnoll is going to be using his javelin men to hold off Jaw's Cantabrian cav. Probably not a bad choice there. He wouldn't want to get too far ahead of himself. Nice volley there. Almost catches a couple of those Cantabrian cav. So a bit of a cat and mouse game at the start. I'm just going to put it into forward for a second, just so we can get the ball rolling. But yeah, fuck, 4 Sarissa cav. How hilarious is that? Full troll mode, absolutely. Good stuff. But yeah, you can see these units actually have some pretty hefty upgrades on them as well. Gold XP chevrons on the LUSITANI guerrillas and gold XP chevrons on the guerrilla warriors. So these guys have actually got some pretty half decent base morale and and melee defense. 81 on those Lusitani guerrillas, and 56 melee attack on these guerrilla warriors as well. So they're nothing to sneeze at here. These guys are actually not too bad. The base morale of 62 is going to keep them in the match for a fairly long time. That's like elite unit kind of levels of morale there. So bnollbnoll is getting some nice shots off here. Definitely coming up against the Lusitani, he's going to have a lot of different targets to fire at here. Going to have an absolute field day, but it looks like Jaw's going to bring his Canterbury cav in, just push back the javelin. He takes a couple of javelins himself, but not too much of a trade there. I guess both players got out unscathed, but yeah, just mowing down. Like, he's only really taken a couple of volleys so far, but yeah, you can see the sheer devastation that these Whoa, okay. Spoke too soon. Wow, the Cretan archers take a javelin from these Lusitani guerrillas, so, and he's going to be losing this javelin as well. bnollbnoll is going to send in this Sarissa cav, which is probably going to do quite well against the Canterbury cav, if it can catch it, but it doesn't look like it does. They are both light units, so they're going to be able to match each other in speed. But yeah, it looks like these foot companions are going to set up camp and just take a face full of javelins from all these Lusitani guerrillas. bnollbnoll is going to throw in these Sarissa cav, not such a bad idea, given that he's trying to hold up this clump of units and fire into them with the Cretans. Though there is a big gap starting to form here, and it looks like Jaw's going to try and take advantage of it and kind of slot a couple of these Canterbury cav in. bnollbnoll quite intelligently brings his Sarissa cav out here and is trying to block them in. He knows that this is a big threat in the form of these two Canterbury cav. He manages to catch a couple of them and get a few kills. Good stuff. These foot companions down to 100 men, taking extended javelins from these Lusitani guerrillas, but one Lusitani guerrilla is gone, and he's about to lose another, and these two are quite damaged at this point. Getting a charge in here with the Sarissa cav, not such a bad idea. These guys are medium spear infantry, so they're not the heaviest weight class at all. But yeah, look at this. 18 men in this Lusitani guerrilla, and they've only got orange or yellow morale, and that just goes down to the base morale. But this is perfect. This is good for bnollbnoll. If he can get these units to clump together as much as possible, he can just absolutely pour in this Cretan fire. But bnollbnoll is running out of options to defend his skirmishes with. If he's only got 2 Sarissa cav at this point, and he wouldn't want to lose that mobility too early in the game, given that they're going to be the only option that he has to defend those skirmishes, even though they are rubbish. So here we go, 2 Lusitani guerrillas left, and a host of guerrilla warriors. They are quite damaged though. Each of them has lost quite a few men. bnollbnoll is going to send in another Sarissa cav, get a nice cheeky charge in here. Just hold them up for a little bit while the Cretan archers take a few shots. Jaw's going to get... Oh, this is a Cretan archer here. So Jaw's intelligently got his Canterbury cav in here, and he's going to take a few hits on those Cretan archers. Only lost 2 on the charge though, so not too bad. But again, just being very massive nuisance to bnollbnoll. Again, getting shots in the rear. These Cretan archers have done a massive job on these guerrilla warriors. How many kills so far? 187 and 92 so far. So great stuff there. These Cretan archers haven't been firing at anything just yet. They've got 20 kills though. These foot companions are kind of in a pretty awkward spot. But these Lusitani guerrillas got a fantastic charge against the Sarissa cav and the Cretan archers. I guess they're off skirmish mode at this point. And it looks like Jaw's just going to try and peel his way around this 1 foot companion, maybe get into its back. But this is perfect. This is good stuff. Getting Cretan archers, taking shots into these big blobs of units. He's managed to catch another javelin man with a couple of these guerrilla warriors. They'll be able to shred that unit fairly quickly. Javelin men just holding up these Lusitani guerrillas, but it looks like they're trying to chase the Sarissa cav that is pulling out of this fight. Wouldn't consider that pull through because it is chasing the another unit. And he's down to 7 men in that Sarissa cav. Ooh, okay, bnollbnoll is trying to readjust his lines, reform up, and lots of kills coming in here from the Cretan archers. 113, 88 in the javelin men, and 47 in that Cretan archer. Good stuff. So foot companion over here has managed to be destroyed by a guerrilla warrior. And these javelin men are, see, that's the thing. His meat shield units are going to have to be his javelin men now because he's just run out of units to try and hold. And they are crumbling very quickly. He's going to have to try and get his Cretan archers out of here quick smart. But yeah, these Cretan archers are going to be taken out by the guerrilla warriors as well. But he does have some very strong units in the form of these foot companions. Now, there is a rule for no pipe boxing in this tournament, but you can have a line of pikes. As long as you leave like one side of a square open, then it's entirely within the rules. So I don't think bnollbnoll actually knows he has another javelin out here. But yeah, you can see these mercenary Cretan archers being taken out of the game. Look at this Cretan archer here, just getting a couple of fantastic shots in here. This was amazing to watch. He only gets a couple of shots in here. These guys have fairly poor armor at 15, and they don't have the best missile block chance either. And they are just absolutely crumbling under the weight of the Cretan archer fire. Even shots in the rear, just getting massive amounts of kills. But I guess Jaw is trying to prioritize taking out these foot companions, which is not a bad idea at all. But it looks like things like this are happening where bnollbnoll is trying his best to try and get these pikes into the edges and the rear of different units, but it's just not going to work out for him. Yeah, just absolutely right down to the last man, these Lusitani guerrillas. Hilarious stuff. Can he get another volley off? I don't know if he can. Yeah, it looks like he's going to go into combat with that Lusitani guerrilla there. So this is not blade balance. He's pulled them out of pike phalanx as well. This is not blade balance, so these pikes are going to be just as derpy as you know, in the vanilla game. So he's going to have to watch out for that. It looks like bnollbnoll's just noticed that he has a javelinman over there. And these foot companions are going to be pushing off the Lusitani noble general down to 34 men. So definitely getting some kills on these foot companions for sure. 56 there, 86 there, and 36 in the foot companion general. These mercenary Cretan archers are actually holding on pretty well against these guerrilla warriors. Getting a couple of kills. So bnollbnoll is actually doing quite a good job at making sure that different units on the battlefield get taken care of. So he's about to finish off this veteran shield warrior over here, and his general up here is putting a lot of pressure on these guerrilla warriors at this point. Yep, looks like that javelinman has been spotted by Jaw, and it's going to be taken out of the fight. I'll just put it in forward for now. But yeah, all of these units combined could potentially, in the right situation, they could be destroyed by the foot companions, really. Just a bit of a meat grinder session. This veteran shield warrior actually managed to come back. He's got double XP chevron, so this unit here has some pretty good base morale at 66, but finally it gets taken out of the fight, and bnollbnoll can change his target here with this foot companion. Going to be trying to push back this veteran shield warrior. And he's forming kind of like a vice grip kind of thing, but the javelinman is going to be taken out of the fight pretty quickly here. These guerrilla warriors getting a nice rear charge into these foot companions. They're going to pick up a couple of kills. They got some pretty nice melee attack, as you saw from the start of the match. 56. But they've been taken out of the battle now. So bnollbnoll's actually pulled back quite a few units. But it looks like the strongest of the Lusitani warriors is still on the battlefield. He has lost one of his veteran shield warriors, but he's still got a Lusitani noble and one last veteran shield warrior. In the mix, he's got a Cantabrian cav, guerrilla warriors, and another guerrilla warrior. Fairly weak at this point. So bnollbnoll, intelligently, he's going after the enemy general. But it looks like, yeah, these guys, what are they? Very heavy pike infantry, so they're never going to hope to catch the Lusitani nobles, especially when they are tired and, oh, fresh. Must have battle rhythm and second wind as the general's abilities here. So yeah, very entertaining battle so far. We'll see who comes out as a victor. Foot companions, how many kills so far? 66 and 127, 128. Nice stuff there. Very good charge in here from the Lusitani nobles. Going to pop headhunt. Going to pick up a couple of kills at least. Yeah, it looks like it's the end for these foot companions. Going to pop second wind on this unit. Hit them in the fight a little bit longer. They are picking up kills, though it's not going to be quick enough. Especially when they're not in pike phalanx. Well, they are, but it's a pretty derpy pike phalanx here. So a costly victory for Jaw. So I guess he took a risk. He took a risk with this horrible MACEDON build, and it paid off. And poor old bnollbnoll, representing ZEAL, was left with a shitty MACEDON build with 4 foot companions and Sarissa cav and Cretan archers. But yeah, 218 kills on one of them, 150 on the others. That was amazing stuff. They probably could have dealt with, you know, all of those guerrilla warriors by themselves, but had they had enough time, but they just didn't have enough time to get their shots off and use up all their ammo. So definitely very well played from both players. Big thanks to Wolf for sending me the replay. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Leave a like and subscribe if you did, and we'll see you guys in the next Risk Tournament battle. GGBear signing out. Peace.